Looks like we're going to a fourth game, Arctic.
Yep.
This is great.
Definitely good. And, you know, it's a nice story build up right here. I'm kind of wondering, though, if SGH can bring it all the way to Game 5, because this time around, I'm not really sure what Frostfire will be looking to ban heading into this particular game. I mean, Gito was clearly a performer. He's been very consistent, whether it was earlier on the Zephys, this time showing his prowess on the Violet. So I'm wondering what SGH can bring out next in case they find themselves in a predicament wherein both those heroes aren't available for Gito's picking.
So the question is now, the last question for all of us for me to ask to the teams right now playing is, how will the drafting phase pan out? Because looks like I'll be answered right now. I mean, this is going to be the fourth game. Quite a series this has been. It's quite memorable, I would say. Not only we had the potential reverse sweep that we're finally seeing here in the wildcard stage compared to Season 1, but we're also seeing the long game we had in our match 2, 40 minutes. Quite memorable, and I really enjoyed it, but now we have to determine who will move on to the road to AWC.
Oh man, so far pretty interesting picks that we're seeing thrown out here. Very interesting, but fairly standard in a sense. I mean, we have the Lubu Malok, Xenial, instant priority by SGH. Kilgroth and Zephys going to complement that, so I'm not really sure what Gito's going to be using here. There's a lot of heroes that he could, whether it's the Zephys or the Kilgroth, yet to be seen.
That's great for Frostfire to trade things up here. Yeah, they've taken away the Malok, Lubu, Alex, and L'Oreal. But now, SGH, now they can have the option to be creative with their picks.
Yeah, I'm wondering how far they're going to be stretching this though. Oh, the
Arduin. We did see it before. Let's see.
That'll actually make for a good set. I'm wondering what hero they'll complement that with though.
Ooh, Ormar. Arduin or rather the Crash. Was a hover? They're going for stall for the Kilgroth, I think, because Crash and Kilgroth do behave the same way. Great team fight potential, especially an extended team fight, will benefit SGH. This is interesting, but for Frostfire, they will answer that with a correct knack pick for the last one. Interesting.
Interesting indeed, Vulcan. I mean, looking at the composition that SGH has here, no mages, first off, no marksmen either. So they do have three very tanky heroes. They have the Crash, Xenial, as well as the Arduin, Kilgroth, and Zephys. If ever we do lean into those bigger team fights, expect those two to be dishing out quite a bit of the damage, but we'll just have to see. It looks like SGH really showing some I wouldn't necessarily say creativity, but definitely pushing off the norm at this point in time.
Surprise factor we're seeing here, and it was one of the tools that I think during the Valor Cup finals was one of the things that we did see. Surprise picks. Maybe we may see a reverse sweep happening here for the wildcard finals, and now we'll be actually seeing how things will pan out.
Yes, really exciting actually, because this time around, I just like the direction that SGH is going at this point, because it's not really the jack of all trades type of composition that they're going for. Yep. It's very linear at this point. There's a very clear win condition that they need to accomplish for every composition, like during Game 3 now, heading into Game 4. So, looks like Frostfire might have their work cut out for them again.
Frostfire with the incredible performance from our first two games, getting a 2-0 match point, SGH. And now this will be our fourth game, 2-1. A quick summary to those viewers who are just joining us right now, perhaps, and wondering what just happened in our finals.
Yeah, what is happening indeed. It is chaos across the board on the entire battlefield. Ladies and gents, can Samurai Gamers Halo push it all the way to Game 5 to keep the dream of a reverse sweep alive and kicking? Or will Frostfire just take it finally? Enough is enough, SGH. We're taking it. We want to proceed to our road to potential glory. Let's go ahead and see, Vulcan.
And now already looks like for Frostfire. Not playing games here. Going for an aggressive invade. SGH forced to just respect it. Takes away the... Oh, can they take more here? We did see the Sage buff going towards LCC2. You give all the money to LCC2, he's going to use it to effectiveness. And that's something that Frostfire is benefiting on. And looks like a meet eyes in the river.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a good move for Frostfire to go with, because what they really want to do is try to get their key carries to a position wherein they could easily shred through all that tankiness that Samurai Gamers Halo has. So we'll just have to see if that will be of feasibility. So Casey really intent on making sure that LCC2 has a better scaling, better transition. Not just that, but also a safer transition to the later parts of the game.
What I want to see more is Frostfire going for some cheeky invades as we did see in our game 2. That was such a stomp for SGH, but now looks like they're ready. They are answering that stomp with a crash and surprise from Arduin. So I think for Frostfire, can they go for an early end, or will they force SGH to just stall? And that's gonna help SGH scale even more. And I'm pretty excited as we're seeing some action. Spirit Sentinel being contested here. Okay, gets it away there. That's going to be the stun connected onto Daryl. Everyone is focusing onto the L'Oreal, especially Relax. They get the heal and the shield from the Alice, but now Relax. Now, okay, everyone is just popping their talents here to just help them survive, and it was just a trade-off in talents and resource.
Yeah, not interesting trade-off right there. I feel like Frostfire could have stepped it a bit further just because they did have members that were already at the level 4 mark. Samurai Gamers at the time only had 2 members during that fight, but looks like Frostfire are going to transition that into an Abyssal Dragon take. Oh, SGH though.
SGH, will they have it though? Because for Frostfire, they've taken away the first Abyssal Dragon. Now chasing behind Jido. 7, can you get the kill? Oh, he says no. He will back off. He's a bit too cautious because he does not want to risk anything anymore.
Not a bad way to go though. Frostfire still, even though they were able to get a kill, I mean, at least Abyssal Dragon secured without Samurai Gamers Halo being able to contest it. Not to mention the fact that at the end of the day, Frostfire, they still had a lot more staying power, whilst the rest of SGH, some of them needed to make a retreat, so that's kind of time wasted for them, whilst Frostfire being able to farm up, level up a bit faster.
It's all about, I think, diverting attention, Arctic, and also maybe notice me, and I'm just slowing their pace.
Oh yeah.
More on just distorting the movements. Perhaps they're going for that angle, but know that for Frostfire has taken away the first Abyssal Dragon, and now can they take the next one? Spawning in 56 seconds. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Saying hello there in the riverside. I can see. Can you feel it, Arctic? I mean, the tense of these two teams. I mean, I think when you're forcing something like a sport game, FF can go both ways. As you said before, magalit sila. Like they're angry right now and they just want to end it here.
Exactly. And looking at the composition that they have, actually, now that I think about it, they're the ones with the more well-rounded composition, except for the absence of a marksman. So,
oh, look at that. They're not letting him escape over that wall, following him through. Oh, yeah. Look at that. SGH, they have taken away the first blood. Oh, this is quite unfortunate. Now, they are forced to just respawn here. 10 seconds left on this Abyssal Dragon. LCC2. Can he go for an assassinate here? No, he'll just back up. Relax, though, still chasing him over that wall. He can go for more, but he won't.
Not necessarily the best way to go for that Lubu. I mean, just being way far off from the rest of his teammates didn't really bode well at the end of the day for him. But still, Abyssal Dragon priority to Samurai Gamers Halo right now. Frostfire is starting to converge here. Can they go for the contest? Numbers are looking much, much better for SGH right now.
This is the second Abyssal Dragon. Oh, what's going to happen here? SGH, especially Marky and J-Ray, are not going to continue on. Okay, that's a smart move, I think, are they? And I'm seeing, yes, the lanes have been pushed really hard here. And now the question is, how they're going to go for this game 4.
Okay, so it's like SGH is back at it right now. Gonna be going for the Abyssal Dragon. FF, they are in the position. Are they gonna try to force a fight here though? Looks like Daryl gonna go in.
Daryl, can he do something? Because I know that Casey just likes to play the hide and seek game as the Abyssal Dragon are low on health. They get a huge chunk of shield. Ultimate has been popped by the crash, and it's going to be a kill onto the Alice, and that's going to be a trade-off there. Daryl is hot on this L'Oreal, chasing down Relax. Looks like they're forcing SGH to back off from the Abyssal Dragon Pit. And LCC2, can he go for more? Yeah, he can, I think. Okay, he'll take it any day here. 1-for-1 in the bot lane, but overall, 4-2 in favor of Frostfire.
Yeah, not bad still. I mean, got Abyssal, got a few more extra kills, and you have to take note, Lubu wasn't even in that fight, so that's kind of scary. That was a 4v5 that went in FF's favor. Imagine if that were a bigger fight with that Lubu in there. They probably could have gotten a hell lot more for sure.
You better put your investments in the right place. You gotta get your return here. As for SGH, yeah, that's something worth noting, Artie, because we did see that the Lubu was merrily pushing in the top lane with such pleasant bliss. But as for the SGH squad, they were in a hell. They were in a nightmare in the Dragon Pit, because a 4v5 turning out like that is a good indication of what's to come or what's to fix and prepare themselves when it happens.
I think the thing there that went wrong ultimately for SGH is, even though the numbers were in their favor, again, it goes back to having 3 tanks that are still trying to build up on items, by the way.
So tanks. I mean, what's gonna happen when it comes to the late game? Looks like for Frostfire, they won't let that happen. Going in for a huge engage, but look at Jerry getting the shield. But for LCC2, going for the cleanup. This is it. Daryl with the L'Oreal plus the Lubu with the kill onto the kill drop. LCC2, I just love how he's aggressive, going in for the mowing it down mid.
Oh man, with that was a massive victory for Frostfire right there, and looks like fortunately they can't get a second turret off of that, but it looks like LCC has separated from the pack to try to go for even more here.
Yeah, I mean, 4K gold lead, that's anybody's bad day here in the battlefield, as the third Abyssal Dragon will spawn pretty much soon. I stand corrected, it spawned right now, and I meant was 49 seconds on the Sentinel, and for the take on Frostfire, take it away.
Oh man, I mean, just like that, Frostfire, look at the gold difference, instantly spiraling to a total of 5,000 gold.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, Lubu going in for some cheeky invades, going for the Mike Golem, tripling down Jido. They catch the quick knack. Oh, look at the ultimate coming from Daryl. The L'Oreal deals the killing blow, and the Lubu takes down the crash. Marker is low, getting camped by 4-member dive. Does he survive? Nah, he doesn't. Savage just right down, killed him under his own tower. Zeniel, can he do something? No, the heal. Oh, the heal was so late, but now for RVP, forced to back off. Looks like Frostfire, they can wait, are they ending the game this early? Can they go for it? Can they go for the end here? They're not giving up. They're not having it. They are mad from the game. What a fast game. What's happening here? Oh, Dios mío, that was a fast game.
Just like that, under 10 minutes, Frostfire, the will to live, to win the wild card, just like that, they take it. And it looks like, look at his expression, it's going to be 3-1 in favor of Malaysia's Frostfire. Take a breather, man. Take a breather.
9 minutes.
Yeah. Was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting, because I think for SGH, they were going for that long game with the tank lineup we were talking about, especially the items stacking up. But for FF, okay, I mean, that can happen for you guys, but I think this is a better way for us to end this game. Why not we end it in a 9-minute mark, and so that you guys don't scale and we take it away.
Yeah.
And I think for SGH said, that sounds okay, but let's try to stall the game. But Frostfire's like, nah, we're just gonna end it here.
Exactly.
What a fast game. What was that?
Speaking of the end, that does end the journey for Samurai Gamers Halo. Unfortunately, Road to AWC won't be happening for them just for this particular time around. Maybe next season.
Maybe next season. The right way to say is that their dream is not yet taken away. It's more that the journey has ended here, but at least they can resume what's gonna happen in the succeeding weeks to come of the Valor Cup Season 2. quite a lot of games in store here, especially the fact that we're in Season 2. Great things to expect.
And man, look at that. Did you see the scores off across the board from Frostfire? Even under 10 minutes, they were able to reach those double digits that Samurai Gamers Halo unfortunately was not able to attain in time. And again, the damage from Daryl was absolutely substantial. This is what I was talking about, Vulcan, wherein even though Samurai Gamers Halo had tanky heroes by perspective, because of the fact that they weren't able to amp up on the items just yet to resist that damage, pretty much was a done deal. Not to mention the true damage up of L'Oreal once she gets those full stacks, just shredded through all of that it became a non-factor for Samurai Gamers Halo's composition.
So congratulations to Frostfire for winning the Best of 5 series here for the finals of the wildcard. So I think to the challengers here, they're wondering what's going to happen next. So to give you guys an input, May 26 will be the Road to AWC National Peak Qualifiers for the Philippines. And what's going to happen? Your champions of the qualifiers previously was Clutch Guild, Will New Era, and Bren Esports.
Yes, so we unfortunately, since Samurai Gamers Halo was not able to make the jump off of wildcards, it's just going to be 3 teams that'll be contending. Of course, our 2 national champions as well as our grand finals champion, Will New Ear, by the way. And of course, L'Oreal going to be our MVP for this game. Very much well deserved. Like I mentioned, just shredded through all that tankiness. Didn't even give a care in the world. Well, for Samurai Gamers Halo's composition, and worked out in the end.
And that's something worth noting. Team fight 100%. That's why Frostfire was able to end it such on a fast-paced note. And for SGH, I wonder what just hit them, because that was such a swift movement, a swift judgment coming from Frostfire. And now, thank you so much for watching the Arena Valor Cup Season 2 Wildcard stage.
Yes, of course.